time for another trade-in video. And we got a whole lot of PS3 games in. Whole lot of PS3 games. PS4 games in too. Got some nice loose N64, loose Super Nintendo games. Got some Wii games, PS2 games, 360 games. Just a lot of stuff everywhere. So we're going to jump through it all. We'll start with the Super Nintendo stuff here. We got Maui Mallard and Cold Shadows. A pretty fun game, pretty pricey game. Very unique Disney game. I don't remember that character, not as much as Mickey. Oh, Super Nintendo games. We got the original Star Fox for Super Nintendo. Great game, still holds up pretty well. It's a lot of fun, just like the Star Fox 64 is. And we've got Super Mario All-Stars for the Super Nintendo. This one's a little aged, but still good. It's got all the Super Mario games on it. Awesome stuff. Great thing to pick up for the Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo is just a great system, man. There's a lot of good games for it. Pink goes to Hollywood. The Pink Panther. I remember. If you don't remember the Pink Panther, you weren't missing much. His entire act was that he was a Pink Panther. That was it. But here's a classic. Turtles in Time for the Super Nintendo. Probably one of the best beat-em-ups ever made, honestly, I think. It's Turtles in Time and Hyperstone Heist are both a lot of fun. Just, you're very powerful in those games. You could just absolutely slam enemies like crazy. Zombies Ate My Neighbor, this is another great game. But Turtles in Time and Hyperstone Heist are both just absolutely amazing games. Humbling too. And I'd say they're the best beat-em-ups probably ever made, to be honest with you. They're just really good. Way better than the arcade component. Super Ghouls and Ghosts there is another great game. Here's Mario Paint. Mario's is Picasso here going on. Pretty cheap too, $7. That one doesn't come with the mouse. I think the mouse is the expensive thing. Here's Mortal Kombat 2 for the Super Nintendo. And yeah, that's the Super Nintendo games. We'll on to some N64 goodness here. Super Mario 64. Here's Pokemon Stadium, recently announced for the Switch Virtual Console. Most of these games, I've noticed, are on the Virtual Console now. It starts to make me wonder if someone intentionally brought them into us, though Diddy Kong Racing isn't on the Virtual Console yet. I mean, if they got GoldenEye, I assume they can get Diddy Kong Racing. Diddy Kong Racing was an incredible one, honestly. Here's Majora's Mask, legendary game. Diddy Kong Racing, best racing game on the N64. And we got this random loose Game Boy Advance game, Robots. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's tackle the PS3 games. That's what everyone's here for. MIB Alien Crisis, the Men in Black game. A game I've never heard of. That I'll have to check out one day. I didn't know there was a Men in Black game for PS3. Here's Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning. Awesome game. Really cool single-player game. Bunch of side quests. Really big fantasy world to explore. Max Payne 3 for PlayStation 3. Another great game. And here's Transformers: The Fall of Cybertron. The Transformers games on the PS3 and the Xbox 360. Ton of fun. Really fun games. I think they have sort of a single player with bots sort of thing, which makes them fun. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And you got Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. Fantastic game right there. We've got The Darkness 2. This one seems to come in a lot lately for a game I've never heard of. Kind of a co-op shooter sort of game. We got Diablo 3. That's a fantastic co-op game right there. It's Diablo 3. Here's a game that'll probably go super fast. Metal Gear Solid 4 for the PlayStation 3. This was a legendary game back in the day. We gotta clean up this sticker. We're asking for $10, not $19.99. We'll clean that sticker up. Some of these stickers evade my eyesight. And I have pretty poor eyesight, so it's easy to do. Here's Skyrim for the PS3. Another awesome legendary game people are absolutely crazy for. What is this? Battlefield 4. I like Battlefield 3 and 4. Battlefield 2 is always my favorite, but 3 and 4 weren't bad. Here's Kingdom Hearts HD Remix. I think this is the remake of the PSP games, I think. Something like that. Kingdom Hearts. Oh, this is where you kind of get a whole bunch of games. Kingdom Hearts 2 and the PSP Kingdom Hearts game, which you hear the PSP one is pretty good. A NASCAR game, because of course. Here's another one that I didn't know was on the PS3, a Time Crisis game. Blazing Storm, which is Time Crisis 4 and Dead Storm Pirates. I guess it's just, what is this, 3 games in one? Storm into blistering arcade action. That seems pretty fun, honestly. Time Crisis games are a lot of fun. This is a loose Metal Gear Survive Metal Gear game that existed for like a year and then everyone forgot about it. Dark Void. This is a pretty big game. Had a lot of marketing back in the day. I don't think it really took off though as much as people had hoped. Batman Arkham Asylum. Awesome series. Really made a whole Batman series of games. Top Gun Hardlocked. Another game I've never heard of. I think this is kind of like Afterburner for the Genesis. We got Harry Potter, years 1 to 4. There's still a lot of PS3 games to go through. Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect games are awesome stuff. Here's NCAA football. But let's check out this face. This guy looks like he's making a noble sacrifice in a sci-fi movie or something. Look at the ghost of his fellow players screaming. He's like, no, don't give up your life. He's doing the final attack against the alien overlord that will consume his life force entirely. Saints Row: Out of Hell. Uncharted 2. Best Uncharted game, I think. Far Cry 3. Far Cry game that a lot of people love. Probably everyone's favorite Far Cry game. South Park: Stick of Truth. South Park games, they're a lot of fun. We got this final stack here. Dark Kingdom. I don't know if you could come up with a more generic title for a video game. And honestly, this looks like the most generic video game I've ever seen. Which means I have to check it out one day. Fallout New Vegas. Hyper Dimension Neptunia. Infamous, but also very popular RPG series of games that succeeded despite all of the hate that they got. Borderlands 2 and Dishonored Double Pack. This was pretty interesting. I didn't know this was a double pack that they did. That's pretty cool to see those. I thought they stopped doing those around the PS2 era. Terminator Salvation. Is this what's a third-person shooter Terminator game? Okay. Now, this is an anime RPG I've never heard of. Tears to Tiara 2. And this is definitely an anime game, guys. This is definitely anime. Anime to the max. Tales of Gracie's F. Fun game. Tales of games are a ton of fun. Great combat in that one. This is College Hoops 2K7. Can't get over these games. God of War 3. Dark Sector for the PS3. Dark Sector, Dark Void, Dark Kingdom. I don't know what was going on with PS3, but dark was a very popular adjective. And we've got Rock Band Country Track Pack. Oh, God. That's not rock and roll, though. Rock Band Country. God damn it. All right, there's the tower of PS3 games. I gotta make room here. I'm gonna go over the more modern games here. Start off with these Xbox One games, these brief ones. Agents of Mayhem. Nope, those are the Wii games. Taking a collapse. Agents of Mayhem. Game that didn't do so well, but it seemed pretty cool to me. Takes place in the Saints Row universe. It's really something different. Zombie, which is the Zombie U game for Xbox One. And we got Vampire, which one of those big releases that you kind of forgot came out. Gaming does that these days with modern games. There's like a really big game that's crazy hyped up and people are super excited about it, and it comes out, and then 1 or 2 years down the line, people just completely forget that game existed. Watch Dogs Dead Alliance. That game, I don't know what that is. Battlefield 5. I would say that describes Vampire, though. What is this? Brunswick Bowling. Brunswick Pro Bowling. God, Outriders is another one. Who here is still crazy about Outriders? These are PS5 games, by the way. The Pathless. PS5, man. What's going on? People are still asking for PS5s in the store all the time, by the way. We'll move on to the Wii games since I knocked them all over. We've got Wii Sports, as we always do get. I threw in a DS game here. Looney Tunes Duck Amuck. Fantastic title for a video game. Daffy Duck's a classic character. Here's an awesome game we got in. Alpha Sapphire. Great stuff. Very beautiful, cute game. Love the Pokemon games. A lot of fun. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. There's our boy Tony Hawk in the cyberpunk world of America. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Atlantis SpongeBob's Atlantis SquarePants. Okay. All right. Deal. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Knight's Journey into Dreams. Wii Fit. And Endless Ocean, which seemed like a really fun ocean exploration sort of game. Oh, those were really popular. Always popular games that I like to see. They're just so relaxing. Like, unless it's I can't even remember the name. One on PC. You explore the ocean and it's a nightmare. We got some PS1 games in. Don't get excited. WWF Warzone, featuring Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, let's see our boy Stone Cold Steve Austin. There he is. And I thought this was a fake game at first. I thought this game was fake. Because look at Hulk Hogan's face on this. Hulk Hogan looks like he just saw an alien. It's missing the back cover. And those are the PS1 games we had come into the store. We got some PS2 games. Shrek, Smash and Crash Racing. Good. Driver. MX versus ATV Untamed. Guitar Hero Smash Hits. Need for Speed Undercover. Final Fantasy 12. And Jack 3. And last, but certainly not least, also we got this Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt for the NES. Last but certainly not least, we got our original Xbox and our Xbox 360 games. Here's Doom 3 for the original Xbox. Madden 2002. That's a normal looking sports cover. The sports guy isn't, the football player isn't trying to make some weird face at me for some reason. Sonic Mega Collection. It's a good collection of Sonic games. Knights of the Old Republic. That's a fantastic game right there. I don't know what this... There's a loose DS game that decided to throw it in here. DK Jungle Climber. There you go. There's another one here on top of this game. Pokemon X. All right, back to the Xbox. The original Rock Band. Project Gotham Racing 4. I believe that's what this is. Here's a fun first-person shooter. A lot of people probably haven't played. Binary Domain. Very, very fun sort of sci-fi first-person shooter. Definitely check that one out. It's pretty cool stuff. Some golf game. I didn't even bother reading it. I immediately recognized it as golf. Call of Duty 4. NCAA Football 2014. This guy looks like he realized you ate the last piece of pizza and now he's holding a grudge against you. He's holding a silent grudge against you. Dead Island. Call of Duty Black Ops. Modern Warfare 2. Oh, God. There's so many 360 games. Good Lord. How are there so many 360 games? Super Street Fighter 4. Resident Evil 5. Tiger Woods game, of course. Perfect Dark Zero. And that's it. That's it. That's everything, guys. We got through it. We'll end on Perfect Dark Zero here. I forget what her name is. But yeah, that's everything. Be sure to check out the rest of the channel. And if you're in Florida, if you're near Merritt Island, Florida, which is where we shoot off the rockets and stuff like that, it's close to Orlando as well. That's where Disney World is. Swing by the store and check us out. You can always visit our Facebook page and all that jazz too. All right, stay tuned for another video where I show off all the crazy stuff that comes in. Till next time, guys.